Yeah.
Those were such fun days. I also remember leaving you down at Buddy Holly. Or, it was on. Did we leave him on Buddy Holly? Which was it?
Harrison, you and geography and names.
Yeah.
Not
Broadway.
Broadway. There you go.
That's close.
Yeah.
Anyways, we left you down there.
Not intentionally. Let's tell the story. Like, let's tell it the right way.
I knew it. I'm not singing the song, but I knew it.
I'll play the song later.
I love the song.
We'll put it on, like, we'll merge it to the... I showed you the song last night, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fun night out on the town in Lubbock, Texas. And it was all the boys.
All the boys.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, we were having a time.
Yep.
No girls.
Yep.
Went to Chimmy's, Crickets, local. I think one of those is non-existent anymore. Not Chimmy's.
Pretty sure we
Crickets
did
are
have that
local.
blue light.
Yeah, no, we did.
Yeah.
But Gunnar did not.
Yeah.
Gunnar was like, all right, cool, meet y'all there. I'm going to stop at Jimmy John's, get a sub. Because it was like right beside.
Time out. Let me tell my story. So, we're in Lubbock, Texas. We do some games at Sterling's house. One of them is where you set a beer can there in the yard. And
There's a ring.
you sit around on your lawn chairs and you throw a dart. And wherever the dart hits, your buddy, whoever their turn is, they drink to that dart. So we played that game. We'd been playing it.
Aggressively.
Pretty fun. Yes. And we decided, let's go to Blue Light. So it might have been like a Monday night. Like, I don't remember.
No, it was like solid Thursday. It
Solid
was a
Thursday.
popping.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have gone to Broadway on a Monday.
Yeah, it was a Thursday night. Yeah, you're right. I want to say that Jake Worthington was playing when we walked in.
Probably, yeah.
Because I swear I remember walking in and he was playing.
Oh, you're not telling the story I thought you were telling.
No, I am telling this story.
Well, you didn't walk into Jake Worthington at Blue Light because you never made it to Blue Light.
We didn't. Oh, okay.
What story are you telling?
Where was I then?
We were down on Broadway.
We're on Broadway. Went to
No,
Chimmy's.
before that, we went to Chimmy's.
Yeah.
For dinner. We didn't go to Blue Light at all.
We went.
You didn't make it to Blue Light.
Oh.
We made it to Blue Light.
But I rode with y'all.
You did ride with us.
to
Or
Broadway.
someone. There was 3 trucks. 3 trucks left my house to go to Broadway.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Which one you were in the first time?
We don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So show up to Broadway. I get to Broadway. We've all obviously already been having fun. We go to Broadway. You guys, we just met at Chimmy's, right? We're doing the Chimmy thing. And then you guys walk across the street. And I go, hey guys, hold on. 30 seconds. 5 minutes tops. I'm going to just get a 6-incher from Jimmy John's real quick. You guys go, yeah, it's all good. We'll be in here. We'll be in here. So I go in there, eat my sandwich, I get out.
Longer than 5 minutes.
All of my friends are gone. And so I go to the bar you guys were at. And I go and look in there. Nobody's in there. I'm like, all right, I'll take a shot. So I go in there, get a beer, take a shot. And I walk to the next bar. And I'm like, dang, where are my friends at? Y'all aren't there again. So I'm like, all right, take a beer, get a beer, take a shot. So I go to the next bar.
What you're not saying is you're notorious for having a dead cell phone.
Yes. Also,
No communication.
no communication.
Yeah, technology
My phone was dead.
could have solved a lot of these problems.
Well, after you get married, your phone stays on. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you have a 2-year-old. But then we go, I'm looking for you guys. I don't find you. So I'm like, dang, I don't have a phone, right? My debit card was probably maxed out at the time. I would assume that I probably would have overdrafted. So I was like, I can't get an Uber. I can't get a taxi if someone shows up, which
But
is
you're
Lubbock, Texas.
but your phone
There's
is
not
still
a
dead.
taxi that's going to show up.
But your phone is still dead, though.
My phone's still dead.
You can't even order an Uber if you wanted to.
You can't.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm asking people.
I don't
at this
even know
point,
if you had an iPhone. You might have had like a flip phone, Nokia or something.
Yeah, I think I did. I had that construction phone thing,
Mm-hmm.
which there's a story about that phone. But anyways, walk across the street, go into, they have a little shot bar, side little shot bar. So I go in there and I'm like, man, have you seen any of my friends? I'm like, I am lost. I don't have any money. And on me, I don't have any cash, like none of that stuff. I'm like, dang. And he goes, I'm like, can you give me a ride or something? To the bartender. And he's like, no, not really. Hands me the beer, pours me a shot. I'm like, I guess we're doing that again. So finish the night there. Walk up the street. And I'm walking. I'm like, dude, am I going to have to walk all the way up this sunbuck to get to y'all's house?
Yeah.
Now, there's an IHOP on the way. So before I really decided I was going to make this
Yeah, I think
stretch.
it's 3 streets to IHOP.
Yes. Broadway, just for the listeners, is like 0, right?
No, it's like 15.
15th Street is
15 or 14. And like
Okay.
IHOP's like on 18. 17.
okay,
And
right.
we're on
you have
98.
You have 19th Street, which is the big street.
y'all's house, Little Ranch House, was on 98th Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But on the same big road, which was University.
on the same
It's a straight
University.
shot, just a long shot.
Straight
The north and south road was University, and east and west are numerical. So,
Pretty easy.
but in your head, when you've been under the influence of one shot and one beer all night, I could see how you're like, not being from Lubbock or living in Lubbock, you're like, okay, well, if this is 19th, then 98th, that's a breeze. You know,
Yeah,
it's not even
not that
triple
bad.
digits.
Yeah.
You know, we're 70 something streets away.
So I go into IHOP, right? I go in there and sit down. Again, I have no money. And I'm like, sitting there. Server comes up. I'm like, she's like, hey, can I get you anything? I was like, just a water. She's like, oh, you good? I was like, yeah. I'm just getting ready for a long walk. I need some water for this one. She's like, oh, okay. Well, where are you going? I'm like, 98th Street. She was like, what? It's like, yeah. When do you get off? She's like, 5 a.m. I was like, yeah, it's not gonna work. I want to ride. I was just gonna wait for her in there, and see if she could give me a ride. So, anyways, I'm like, all right, this is it. So I get up, I walk out, I'm, look both ways.
Yeah.
I've got on black Wranglers, my grandpa's black ostrich boots. Shirt tucked in. I walk out of IHOP, right? And I start heading towards 98th Street. Now, as I'm going through the numbers on the street, it's a nice night. The sky is pretty, moon's out. I'm like, man, this is nice. Lubbock wind is blowing directly in my face. I'm just like, all right, my whole body's gonna be chapped by the time I get to 98th Street. Mm-hmm. So I'm walking,
This is the spring too. I think it was like late April.
Yep,
A little crisp.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making my stretch. Now, as I'm going, I get to 60. I think I remember it being like 66th Street.
Yeah.
That's a good ways.
That's a solid path.
Yeah.
There. And so I get up
impressed
there
that you
and I'm
remember.
like, all right, man, this sucks. Like I was like, I'm way in over my head. So cops drive by, right? And I'm like tired. I'm done. I'm like, I'm tired of walking. I'm on 75th Street now. Cops are driving by. I'm like, hey. Literally, they would flash their lights at me and then wave back. And I'm like, no. No, that's
John,
not.
they thought
Give
you
me a
were-
ride.
They're like, look at this methy guy.
But he's tough.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing it. I'm like, stop. Give me a ride. They're like, nope. And just kept driving. So I just kept walking. And finally, I make it to 98th Street and crawl in there and crash out on the couch.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the rest is kind of like
Well, we wake up.
Then,
when we woke up.
Then we woke up the next morning and I was like, how did Gunnar get here?